YouTube, hello, welcome back to Persona 5 The Phantom X. We're going to be going over the second half of the Sea of Souls this week, which is going to be the Fire Week side. So it's going to be the Firecracker Rin or the On, whichever one you have, because it's going to be the Fire team. And then obviously if you got like things like a toy and stuff like that will be very helpful. So we're going to be looking at that on this side where we've got the special effect, which is at the beginning of the turn. You inflict corrosive blood on all foes, which increases the final damage taken by 5% for one turn. And that stacks up to 8 times. So we will get all of our buffs and debuffs down on the end of stage, or on the end of turn 2. So we can try to get that stack up as fast as we can, or as high as we can. This time around, we're going to be using, I do have Firecracker Rin, so I'm going to go ahead and use her and Matoy. If you don't have these two, using On with just any type of support, whether it's Tempest Rico, whether it's, name a support, right? That can go in here. Turbo is fine. Even Soy is fine because he does like a decent single target defense down. It's not perfect, obviously, but it's fine. There are options here that you can go in with if you don't have the Firecracker Rin combo. You can just go in with the typical like 4-star builds or 4-cost builds, and then use like whatever supports you have, right? I used Cord on my A side, or on the other side, on the electric side, because I was trying something with the electric build, which if you're interested in seeing that video, it's down in the description below, or it'll be offered at the end of the video as a suggestion. And then for the last slot, I'm probably just going to use the twins here. I think we're probably going to need a heal. This fight has historically not been fun for me. So I'm expecting it to once again not be fun. I am going to use Anj on this side. And then we're going to go ahead and use the Purgatory Dagger. And then for our personas this time around, we're going to be using Throne, who's got Purifying Flames, which can make our... I've already forgot the Firefighter's name. Matoy. Can make her do burn. It also increases our attack, which is dope. So we're using that. We're going to be using the... forget the name? Yan Xiao. Got it. Nailed it. And then we're going to be using Cert for Marakuna. Pretty easy. Nothing terrible overall. I did put media onto Throne just in case we need a heal, because I want to go into this with an offensive build on the twins. If that works out, then great. If it doesn't work out, I can always switch back to Medic on the twins. It's not the end of the world if I need a better heal, but we should be okay. Let's go ahead and go into it. Between the media on Wonder and the heal passive effect with Anj, we should be okay for healing. But my intent today is to show you both the Firecracker Rin team and the On team. I'm just going to start with Firecracker Rin team because I think this is going to be my best attempt. So that way you can kind of see what my damage and what my account's looking like. The twins do have Departure and Control. So when they hit something, you see it did defense down on the target on the left here. So when they hit somebody, they lower their damage. So I want to try to make sure that I'm hitting the different targets so I can decrease all of their defenses. Just to make sure that our AoE damage is actually going in and doing it as much as I can on the individual targets. 2 Sub-Zero turns, we're doing skill 1. And then skill 1 on Rin. Counter blast. We should be okay. It doesn't look like it's doing that much damage. We should be fine. Okay, we'll go ahead and skill 1 with Anj. And then we're going to Disaster Ward with Yan Xiao. And then we will skill 1 with the twins. Now we're going to skill 1 with the twins off of the main target here because we want to try to put the defense down on somebody else again. Then the 2 Masters 1 will go off as well. We're going to use Rin's highlight. Take off some of the cover of Knights here. We're going to use skill 3. There's another little heal coming through. Then we're going to hit the ult. And then melee the main target. Whoa. Solid damage. Looks like our health is still doing pretty good overall, so we should be okay. Should be okay. I probably have to heal next turn, but we'll see. Okay, so we'll go ahead and skill 3 with Anj. And then we'll go ahead and I wonder, I should be okay. It's going to be an AoE attack is the problem. I'm actually going to media just to be safe. I think Matoi's going to be a little too hurt here. Then we'll skill 1 with Twins. We're going to go back into the main target just to get the defense down. I forget how long it lasts, but I think it's about to drop. And then we go back to skill 1 for Matoi. And then skill 1 with Red. Oh, it's a single target attack. Are they all doing single target? No, Vibe. Okay. That was the right call. Matoi would have went down here if I didn't heal. Yeah, she absolutely would have went down. That was the right call. Okay, so we skill 1 with Anj. Back under Rin again. Then we will skill 1 with the Twins. Or highlight 1 with the Twins, rather. And then this round we should be okay, so let's go ahead and Disaster Ward again for the defense down and the extra static damage. Skill 1 with the Twins on to... I choose... you. I don't think it lets us do follow-up attacks on this, but... Okay, now we skill 3 with Matoi. There's a little heal from Anj. And then do our attack with Rin. The damage there. Just over 3 million. Alt dive. As long as this doesn't all go into the same target, we should be fine. I hate this fight. Alright, we skill 3 with Andre. Yep, skill 3. Only have 1 more turn to get through, and then we get to the end game here, so... This turn, again, we're just going to switch back to Throne, and we're just going to heal 1 more time, just to make sure that we live through this turn. Going to skill 1 with the Twins, and we're going to do that on the one on the right. I skipped skill 1, I meant skill 2. I think we highlight with Matoi here, or is it Twins 2? Increases damage taken to maximum of 26.4%. So 26.4%. I actually think the damage up is probably better. It's probably better. I have to test this to be sure, but we'll see. Back to skill 1. And then skill 1 with Rin. And then next turn's our last turn, so we're gonna go all in on damage. Should be fine. Vajra Blast comes in. We should be good. Yeah, we're good. Good deal. Okay, so we go into Anj again. We're going to skill 1 onto Rin. We're also just going to use the Capo now, just so I don't forget. I've been known to do this in the past, so just do this now. Make sure it's on Rin. Okay. We're going to Disaster Ward to get our defense down again. We're going to skill 1 on the main target. Just make sure that all the defense down is on. Destroys the cover of night. There are 2 masks as 1. Okay, skill 3 with Matoi. Get a nice little top off, which we probably don't need at this point. Go ahead and use our melee attack. And then it'll reset. We'll get Rin's highlight and we'll get to melee attack again. Okay, and then we're gonna use on. Oh, I should have used this first. My bad. Damage will be a little bit lower now. and then melee attack again. And that's the end. Not too bad overall. Like I said, the heal was definitely necessary, so I'm glad that I brought the heal in. We got 51 million, which is actually pretty close to what I got with the Miku team. So the Miku on the front half with the electric team with the weaker team may have been better. That actually improved my my score overall by quite a bit, actually. I was at 59 million, or that's 59 million, right? Yeah, I was at 59 million score before, and now I'm at 75 million. So pretty significant improvement for the first stage of this round. Pretty pleased with that overall. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like I said, the team here is pretty easy for the Firecracker Rin team. I was about to do my outro, like I didn't say I was going to do the on-site. The big thing here is with Throne, just making sure that your Throne has this healing skill on, just so you can get yourself topped off. If you don't have the ability to have Throne with the heal skill on, or if you're having trouble getting the heal skill on for whatever reason, you can just use the twins as a healer. But obviously with the two offensive skills, they'll be able to keep the damage up a little bit higher, and your score will be higher as a result. So it might take some resets. This fight's a little annoying, especially with the single target rounds. So you have to kind of hope that it doesn't like fully prioritize one character. And if it does, you might have to reset. So I like to try to do this in as few attempts as possible. But something I didn't go over, I don't think I remember showing off the cards. So let me show the cards really quick, because I did forget to do that when I did my first couple of videos here. But Rin is using Acceptance and Strife, so it's just giving us extra damage from more enemies on the field. Twins are using Departure and Control, just for the defense down effect. And then Matoi, I actually don't know what card set Matoi is using. Oh, Faith and Futility, yeah. Yeah, so there you go. Alrighty, so now we're gonna build an on team. So I'm gonna bring in on. I'm still gonna bring in the twins here because the twins are just a good assist in this fight. I will almost certainly be running a heal with the twins this time around, just to try to help increase our damage overall. I'm gonna bring in Tempest Rico just to increase the damage a little bit further. And then again, we're just gonna run Anj. Obviously, if you don't have Anj here, you can just run whatever Elucidator you have available, whether it's Futaba or Phoebe, right? Whatever you have available, just drop in there. And then for our personas this time around, we're going to be doing whatever we can to increase An's damage while also increasing the static passive damage that it's dealing. So we can still use basically the same rotation of personas. We can just use Throne, Nianchao, and Cert just to get the Maracunda down. Obviously, I didn't get Maracunda down in the last game, but this time around, I think I am going to run the twins on a heal because that'll help keep our HP topped off while the debuffs from Wonder will be able to get put on. And I think that's probably better for this team in particular, but it would take a little bit of practice. So for An's cards, the twins cards are exactly the same as they were for the front or for the other side. I'm using Acceptance and Strife as well. Obviously, these cards aren't as good. I could just steal Rin's cards, but I'm just gonna keep it as is and show you what it is. My An is obviously A6. This is just from luck and from a couple of selectors adjustments, so we do have A6 on. And then my Wind is currently A0 and is running Creation and Worry, the extra HP stuff, or SP stuff rather. Pretty simple overall. Again, An just running Hope and Labor, and then I'm running the Purgatory Knife for extra fire damage. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Alrighty, so this is going to be a pretty similar start. We're going to do the Purifying Flames to just get the damage increase here. This is just for extra attack. I'll put it onto An just because. We're going to use skill 3 onto An. We'll pay attention to where the A1 twins follow-up goes into. It went on the right, so the defense on the right is down. Go ahead and use skill 1 on the middle. And I like to start with Crimson Rose just for the extra attack when I don't have the Lavian Rose, and then obviously it's just spamming skill 3 after that. But I like to use skill 1 if I don't have it, just to get the extra attack up. Wufu Dime, which is fine. Doesn't matter what damage we take here now because the twins are always going to be healing on every other turn, and their follow-up with the A1 automatically heals, so they can do as much damage as they want. It's not going to matter. So the only problem here is that the An goes down, obviously, to an ice attack, so not a lot we can do about that, unfortunately. We could do, oh, you know what we could do? Hold on, let me restart this. I actually have an idea. Hold on. I said restart, I meant retreat. If we run the Psy Nuke skill with the medic, we'll actually start with a down point, and then the twins, when they use their A3 automatically there, they'll give a down point to An, and then it'll make it so that she doesn't fall down at that part. All right, so nothing else changing. We're just switching this over to the side nuke skill so we can get the down point on so she doesn't go down to that first attack, that first Mabufudine. And then every time we use the full rotation, we'll get another down point onto our characters. So that should keep on up for the entire fight, so we don't have to worry about our highlight rotation getting all messy. Alrighty, so same thing, Purifying Flames. Skill 3 with Tempest Rico on. And then the automatic follow-up attack here that we get will give everybody a shield and an extra down point. We'll do the side nuke on the main target. And then skill 1. Perfect. And now, as long as we don't get crit by one of the Vajra blasts here, we should be good to use highlight with on this turn. Take skill 1 with Anj. And then we're gonna skill 1 with Neon Shell. We'll highlight with On. Skill 2 with the Tempest Rico. Skill 2 with the twins, which we're gonna do on the... I don't think this one's been hit yet. Which will heal everybody back up, but more importantly, will give us another shield and give us another down point. So that's follow-up damage. Obviously, if you don't have the twins A1, you won't be able to do this, which is fine. You'll just have to wait until you'll just have to use somebody else's highlight that turn, like a damage highlight, or just wait until On's turn. We're gonna use skill 3, big damage. Well, big-ish damage. We're gonna follow-up damage because we're A6. So it's gonna be okay. Everything past this is pretty status quo. We're just gonna go until the end of the fight here, and then at the end of the fight, we'll just make sure we use the capo so that way we get the huge damage with On, and then that'll be the end of the fight. So here we're actually in a pretty good spot, so we can go ahead and use Marukundo so we get an extra debuff down. Use skill 3 onto On. Skill 1 with the twins onto a different target. So they get defense down. Then we'll highlight with the twins on the main target. And then skill 1 with On. By this time, we're going to switch back to Neon Child and do the disaster ward for the defense down. Forgot to do On's thing. Going too fast, folks. Don't go too fast. Slow things down. Not a race. Skill 2 with the Tempest Rico. Skill 2 with twins. To get us back to full and give us all of our shields and our down point again. Skill 3. And your damage may be higher than mine too. I don't know if everybody noticed at the beginning when I showed the revelation cards, but the revelation cards that I have for On are definitely weak. I'm using 2 unleveled purple cards, you know what I mean? So your damage might be a little bit higher than this. Nothing to be scared of here either. We switch back over to Drone. Get our Purifying Flames, just get the attack up. We're gonna highlight with Tempest Rico. And this will last for the rest of the fight. Skill 3 with on. Skill 3 with Tempest Rico. Skill 1 with the twins on you. And then skill 1 with on. And then this is our last turn, so we're gonna go all in. So I want to double check really quickly and just see which one does more. So this is a 10% decrease to defense. We're not going to worry about the continuous damage because that doesn't matter. Cert gives the 28% one, but how does Yan Xiao's passive work? Using a skill on a foe, inflict festival destruction for 2 turns. The first time the festival, blah, 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 blah. Here's some flames. Increased damage taken by 8%. Okay, so I think Marakunda is still better here than Disaster Ward, so we'll do Marakunda. Make sure we use our support this time. On to on. And then Da Capo as well. Skill 2 with Tempest Rico. Skill 2 with the twins. Get the follow-up attack. We highlight with on. Then we skill 3. And skill 3. There we go. Get our follow-up attacks. I think we ended up at like 17 something. 16.9, yeah. So not bad. Like I said, the damage is a little bit lower because I don't have very good cards on. Obviously, I don't have her R6 yet, so so my on is not necessarily as strong as she could be. I think I only have her. Yeah, I've got her 5-star weapon, but it's only at 1 forge or 0 forge rather. So nothing crazy here. And like I said, her revelation cards are a little weak. So I took all the good ones and put them under Rin. You can see the stats here. But yours might do a lot better. You'll have to check it out. I haven't even done the Mindscape for on yet, so that's another thing that can help increase your damage. I don't think I've increased all of my my skill levels either. So there's a lot of reasons why my on is not as strong as yours might be. But it'll still get the job done, and that's what's most important. So I appreciate y'all watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe. If you're looking for our B side or our electric side of this content, you can check it. You can check it in the description, or it'll be suggested at the end of this video in the top left corner of your screen. So if you're interested in checking out the electric side, you can check out the electric side. I did use Miku on that side, and the total score, like I said earlier, did end up being better for me overall. It doesn't necessarily mean that Miku was bad for the fire team, just that the rotation needed the Miku help more on the electric side than the fire team did. So something to keep in mind. Maybe it'll help you too if you want to switch it around, but I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you all so much for being here, and as always, we'll see you again in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.